Hello dear friends, my name is Solomon and today I want to show you the replays of attacks of the player who took #1 place in the world in the Legends League in the last season. We will try to understand what is the secret behind his army and behind his attacks. All details in the video, let's go. First of all, as always, just a quick reminder, please don't forget to subscribe my channel because lots of viewers are watching the videos without the subscriptions. Let's fix this issue. It's free and of course, if you want to share any thoughts, you can write them in the comment section, and also please don't forget to hit the like button. If we open the rankings of the Legend League of the May season, which ended a couple of days ago, we will see that the first place was taken by the player whose nickname is MC Angel, and today in this video he is going to share with me and I will share with you his attacks, his replays, and we will try to understand what is the secret behind his attacks. Let's jump to the replays. Okay, we are starting with attack with the double spell core, invisibility and rage spell. Also, they are surrounded with the main defenses of the base, and of course, such core has to be activated with the Queen's Giant Arrow. Besides, we have the Snake Bracelet with the Spiky Ball for the King, the Healing Tome and the Eternal Tome for our Green Warden, and also the Rocket Spear with Electro Boots for our Royal Champion. The first thing that we need to do is to create a funnel for our Root Riders. For that, we are of course using our Spirit Walk for the Royal Champion, and we are trying to save both Royal Champion and the Fox, because Fox will help a lot during the main push with the Root Riders, as it will defend our Royal Champion. It's a pity, but the fox died immediately after I said that we have to save her. But nevertheless, the funnel is created, and as soon as it is created, we can take out our Royal Champion and prepare for the main push with the Root Riders. For that, we need to create the second side of the funnel. You see, we are using our Queen with her Giant Arrow. Also, next to the Queen, the King with a couple of witches, as Queen should actually come together with the Root Riders, as the Root Riders themselves don't have a lot of damage, and that's why we need somebody to deal the damage behind them as they are moving through the base. By the way, check out the Overgrowth spell. With it, the attacker is funneling the Root Riders who try to step out of the base into the core, because the core is the main threat for the Root Riders. That's why we need to funnel them inside that core to take it out as quickly as possible, and for that the Overgrowth was used. Now we don't have any spells left, but we still have our King ability, lots of Root Riders, and our, I think the Royal Champion is alive or not? No, the Royal Champion is already dead, but our Queen is alive. And this is another moment why I like the attacks, because actually I myself also played with the Root Riders, but usually I use the Queen together with the King on the side of the base to create a funnel. But in such cases, when the Royal Champion was killed during the attack, the Root Riders without the heroes don't deal very much damage, and usually they got stuck inside the base as they are just trying to kill the defenses, but they are doing this too slowly, so they are getting killed by themselves. The next attack, and another popular base for Legends currently. Actually, this layout is pretty old, but currently it appears in the Legends pretty often. Because I think most of the players are forgetting how to deal with such base, and that's why sometimes they got fails with the attacks on such layouts, and basically this will be a tutorial how you hit such bases. First of all, we are starting with, of course, Royal Champion Walk with the Spirit Fox, and we are trying to destroy this side of the base, but actually it's a bait for our Royal Champion, because usually, and I basically like it's a rule, almost a rule, that if there is this red bomb on one side, then usually the second side is heavily baited for the royal champion, because usually players try to avoid the giant bomb, and that's why the other side can be full of the traps. So the final is created. King, queen, also witches. The wall is open for our king, and now we are starting the main push with the root riders and all other troops, basically. Also, the troop launcher is used with this army. By the way, you see that the royal champion got killed very quickly. And if royal champion got a fox here, she would live a little longer. But nevertheless, queen is still with the root riders, and this is very important. And you see how great the final is. So everybody is just walking into the center, because the center is the most heaviest part of this base. That's why we need to take it out as soon as possible, and that's why everybody is getting funneled inside that core. And also for that purpose, the overgrowth spell is being used also, just to funnel the troops into the core. And now everybody is just spreading across the base, but we still have enough troops. Basically, not too much troops are going to be left here, because like that ricochet cannon is doing so much damage, but still it's enough to get a 3-star from this base. And as I said, this base is quite popular currently in the Legends. I think those of you who play in Legends should confirm that this base is really popular, and as you see in the end, it's pretty tough. By the way, here are the CC troops that are being used with this army. It's 2 Yetis, some loons, and also minions, probably minions to catch the red bombs also, and the Yetis, of course, to give more firepower for the root riders. Another base, and it's a double rage base, and also pretty popular type of base currently in the Legends. And of course, in the beginning, first of all, you have to activate at least one of the rage towers, because you don't want to face both raged towers with your main army. I mean, you don't want to face the defenses that are boosted with the rage towers, both of them. So you want to activate one, then enter into it, and then take care of the second one. Also, the overgrowth spell is really good for such types of bases, because you can use overgrowth to cover part of the defenses that got raged by the spell tower. So here you see the royal champion is coming close to the rage tower. It's activated, and immediately the royal champion evacuated from that spot, so she doesn't get killed. And now we're creating the second side of the funnel. For that, opening the wall to the town hall, because actually king should be able to destroy the town hall, and also witches can help him, but actually near the town hall witches are not that good because of that splash damage. And now the main attack is begun. Root riders and all the other stuff, and a little bit later the troop launcher is also being used to send the troops towards our root riders. But you see that the troop launcher is not used just after the main army, because we are waiting a bit, so the troops are launched into the center of the base, not on the side of it when the attack is beginning. Now the second rage is activated, and immediately the overgrowth spell is being used, so we are disabling part of the defenses that were boosted by the rage tower. King has still his ability. We still have pretty much of the root riders alive, and the cleanup troops are also used on the side of this base. It's another 3-star, and you see how easy this attack looks like, but actually it's not that easy. I'm a player who used to play root riders in the previous season, and after that I switched to the super Yetis, for example, or super hog riders, because I was not really confident in the root riders, as I was sometimes getting 2 stars. And these attacks are showing you exactly how you can improve your Root Rider skills to get more 3 stars. There are small tips that I'm finding in these replays. One of the main things that I took from these attacks was that you should try to use your queen with your Root Riders, and you want to use your king separately to create a funnel outside of the walls. But for that you have to use the snake bracelet, because with snakes and couple of witches you have enough like distraction to keep your king alive as long as possible, and also so he can funnel your Root Riders more clearly inside the base. Now we are starting the Spirit Walk, the traditional thing for this army, and here is another thing: is what side you want to start the Spirit Walk, the Royal Champion Walk. Basically, one of the main defenses on the base is the Fire Speeder. So for that, you want to start the Royal Champion dive from the Fire Speeder, of course. Also, we are starting this dive from the side where the Poison Tower is, because it's better to face this poison with your RC neither than you will face it with your full army, which will be slowed, which will be getting damage. Also the healers will get damage. That's why we are breaking the circle from the side where the Fire Speeder and the Poison Towers are. And then we are using one of the sides of this broken circle to start the main push. And by the type of deploying your queen and king, so you are trying to deploy king very far from the spot where you will use the Root Riders, and then closer to the entering of the Root Riders you are putting your queen, and this way she will join the Root Riders because they will open the walls. Also, another thing that I found from this attack is the spot where the Royal Champion ability was used, and it was used in the place from which the Royal Champion could do damage to the town hall. So basically, by destroying the town hall in the center by the Royal Champion ability, the attacker avoided the splitting of his army between the circle and the town hall, because town hall is of course is a defense, and that's why part of the Root Riders could go towards the town hall, and it was avoided by the Royal Champion ability. So now the overgrowth spell is gone, and we can finish the last defenses with our army. You see how many troops are still alive here. Lots of snakes. I love the snake bracelet for the king. I think it's a great equipment, and I also upgrading it on my accounts, but I'm currently using another ground army that I've shown on my channel. It's a Super 80 Smash. I've upgraded it a little bit, and in the nearest videos I will share you the last version of this army, which I think is also great for ground attacks. So guys, these were the attacks of the top 1 player in the world of the last season in the Legends League. I hope you find these replays useful, because I did actually, and if you do so, please don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. I see you in the next video. It was Solomon. Bye.